In this episode, I'm going to show you, the restaurant manager, the secret fishing hole for hiring the perfect servers and bartenders. Let's do it. Greetings and salutations, howdy and hello. Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net. I have a very cool episode for you today because today I'm going to share with you my secret fishing hole for hiring rockstar servers and bartenders. As we all know, finding great employees is very difficult, pretty much at the top of our most painful job duties list. And we talked about it a couple episodes ago, some of the guidelines you should follow when looking for great employees. But today I'm going to tell you exactly where to find great hires for servers and bartenders, and they're already trained. How you like them apples? So here's the deal. A couple of years ago, I was having this exact problem of finding good servers and bartenders who had a good personality, good work ethic, great attitude, and who had the skills to actually perform the necessary tasks. It's very difficult to find the complete package. So I was going through this at the time, and I was as frustrated as any of you. I was thumbing through applications and resumes, and I was calling people in for interviews, and I just had no confidence in any of the applicants. And then one day, I was at a Starbucks with my wife. And I'm not a big Starbucks fan. I'm happy to get a 7-Eleven coffee for $1.65. I don't need a $6 coffee. All right, anyway, I was standing there in line with my wife, and I started watching the employees. And I've seen Starbucks employees work before, but I hadn't really paid attention until now. And it's probably because I had this hiring issue and I was thinking about what it takes to make a good employee. And man, the more I watched, the more excited I got. There was this young blonde behind the counter. She's like 21, 22 years old, and she was moving back there like a Tasmanian devil. She was frothing milk. She was throwing breakfast sandwiches in the microwave. She was calling out names on cups. She was amazing. She had this big, broad smile on her face. At one point, the cashier had to run to the back, so she jumped on the cash register. She's taking orders. She's asking how everyone is. She's giving change. She was amazing. And then at one point, my wife looks over at me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I realized I've just been standing there way too long, just grinning like an idiot, just watching this woman work like I'm some creeper scamming on young girls while I'm hanging out with my wife. So I'm like, nothing. So now we're waiting for our coffee, and now I start watching all of them. And they're all moving back there behind the counter with more purpose and multitasking skills than the bartenders at the bar I was at the night before. And I started thinking about it. Every Starbucks I've ever walked into has employees just like this. And it's because they have a corporate training program, so they're all trained the same, which is great unless you have a crappy training program. But it's pretty obvious that Starbucks has a great training program. I mean, Taco Bell has a corporate training program as well, but what do you get when you go into Taco Bell? Like, "Welcome to Taco Bell, may I take your order? Okay, will that be for here to go? That'll be 637. Here's your order number. Next." You never get that at Starbucks. I mean, maybe not never. You're always going to run into some unhappy people wherever you go. There's always exceptions. But for the most part, they're machines. Think about it. Their customer service is top notch. They're friendly. They're energetic. They're not back there shuffling along like they're in a retirement home or chatting with coworkers or texting their friends. They're moving, they're taking orders, they're multitasking. Yes, the coffee is good at Starbucks, but the experience is out of this world. That's why every time you go, they're 15 people deep. So what did I do? What's the entire point of this video lesson? Well, when I get excited about something, I'm like a dog digging after a gopher, right? I'm all in, I'm tunnel vision. So I went right home, jumped on my computer, I went to vistaprint.com, and I ordered 100 business cards. All right, they look like this. Let me get out of the way. All right, now on the front of the card, you can see it just said, "You're amazing. I think you'd make a great fit." And on the back of the card has my information. It says Dave Allred. It has my email there, has my number, which I'm not going to share with you because you'll call and bother me. I'm just kidding. And on the bottom there, you can see the web address so they can go check out the website, see what we're all about. And then I had to sit and wait a couple days for the cards to come, so I was all antsy. But when they finally arrived, I made my move. Operation Starbucks. All right, I went out on a Saturday to a Starbucks when I knew it would be super busy because I knew the best of the best employees would be working those shifts, and I sat and watched. And when I finally had the best 1 or 2 employees picked out, I waited courteously until they had a second to catch their breath. Then I caught their eye, called them over, handed them one of my cards, and I said, "As good as you are at your job, you could be making a lot more money. Give me a call." And then I turn and walk out the door like a mysterious undercover agent. I went to 3 Starbucks that Saturday morning, and I handed out just 5 cards because I didn't know how it was going to go. And I didn't want too many interviews because I had come to them, so they're kind of expecting that they would get the job, and I only had a couple positions to fill. Well, 3 of the 5 gave me a call. And I won't go into any great detail here other than to say I only needed 2 spots, but I found a spot for all 3 of them. And yes, this has a happy ending. They turned out to be 3 of the greatest hires I ever made. And we only took 3 days to train them instead of our normal 5-day training because they have already been trained so well in customer service as well as how to serve food and drinks. Now, some of you are probably going to come at me and say, isn't that unethical to poach and steal employees from another place? And to that I'll say, the thought didn't escape me, okay? It did cross my mind. But here's the thing. 1, business is competitive by nature, and seeking out solutions to give yourself an edge is just plain smart. 2, I believe talent should be rewarded, as well as the opportunity to make more money. And 3, it's not like I badgered them. I wasn't following them out to their car and hard selling them like an Amway agent. I simply handed them a card, I told them they were amazing, and I allowed them to make the choice for themselves. So those are my thoughts on that. I think that's it. I've now revealed my secret fishing hole for hiring the perfect server and or bartender. Now you're all going to flock to it with your bait and overrun it like a pack of tourists. And I hope you do, because it's a great strategy and you deserve to have great employees working for you. So go get some recruitment cards made up. You can use my exact example if you want, or you can make up your own. I hope you learned something today or got some sort of inspiration from this. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so now so you don't miss out on any of my other secret fishing holes. I really appreciate you being here. I'm going to see you next time. I'm out.